that time of year again, folks, in the crisp last hours of today's sunlight. Welcome back to the Sunshine State Rails. It's Saturday, December 19th, 2020, and Florida Railroad Museum volunteers, trainman Jim and conductor Adam are working in conjunction with engineer Grayson to perform a successful brake test to prepare tonight's North Pole Express before it takes off northward, pulling excited passengers. This year's Express is quite special. It's the longest one they have yet to run. 10 passenger cars, 3 cabooses, and 2 locomotives. Many of those cars and locomotives having fresh new paint. And a brand new passenger car itself is on the train this year, MKT number 1204. A newly renovated stainless steel passenger car converted into a dining car for preferable use on their murder mystery dinner train, but also thrown onto this year's North Pole Express. On tonight's train, it is the 3rd passenger car in the consist. With all excited passengers on board, it was 5:30 p.m. and time to take off. All was going well until we heard... That right there was the sound of all the train line's air pressure dropping on the spot. And why did that happen, you might be asking? Well, turns out as the train began to move, these 2 passenger cars, the 6203 and 5416, had separated at their couplings, and when the air hoses separated, the air pressure dropped. Luckily, the fix only took about 15 minutes, pushing the cars back together and making sure that the coupling was secure for the trip north. 5:50 p.m. now. It was finally time for the train to continue north after a secure coupling confirmed. Brake line pressure back up, holiday spirits intact, time to go. With Grayson at the controls of CF7 number 204, the train speeds off northward. Grayson now had a schedule to keep, and his prior advice to us was, get the down there. So we didn't take that lightly. We sped off ourselves down to Dickey Road, 2 miles up the line, as the train under the very last lights of day crosses the all too familiar dirt road. Quick little side note, about a week beforehand I had come out here myself to tidy up this area on terms of growth and vegetation, including in the ditch where this huge bush was obstructing many shots of mine, so we got it looking a little more open around here for this special train. And with only a few minutes of sunlight left in the sky, the train enters the North Pole.
North end is excellent.
Good stop, all stop. Okay, trainman conductor, where would you like me for unloading a passenger?
Passengers of this first trip get to disembark and witness the festivities of the North Pole for the first time, or for some, the fourth or fifth year in a row. In any case, the passengers are taken off pronto. On a normal schedule, the next run was scheduled to leave Parrish at 7 o'clock p.m., and it was about 6:20 now, so they would do the best they could to keep as close a schedule as possible to normal. Everyone was off, and it was time to head back south empty for the next load.
Understood, 35 going south, this time depart North Pole, here we go.
Grayson wasn't too forgiving with the throttle tonight, and neither were some cautious drivers on US 301. With not a whole lot of time to spare, we make it back to Dickey Road just in time for the empty train flying back to Parrish.
How we looking on the south end?
Ooh, gotta back up.
North end, how we look? Good stuff, all stop.
And now, a whole new set of passengers would board the train, eager to make a trip to the North Pole. Grayson sure knows how to keep a schedule. After falling behind about 20 minutes in the very beginning due to that mechanical separation, they are now leaving Parrish only about 5 or 10 minutes behind their normal 7 o'clock trajectory. And now for round 2 as the train takes off northbound. solid yellow on the semaphore signal at Willow, the train rolls back into the North Pole with another excited load of passengers. At this stop, these people would disembark, and the people from the 5:30 trip would get back on the train to head back to Parrish. So once all that was done, swapping ends to the 1835 warrants another trip back south with excited passengers aboard.
Copy that. At this time, 1835. Let's go home.
All right, 1835. Here we go, going home.
Gotten a head start on the train this time, so we had a little more time to set up at our next location, which was again Dickey Road. But the train just as festive as ever, as the passengers who have had an hour and a half to remember thunder back south bound for Parrish. As the first set of passengers disembarked the train to get back to their cars and home safely, this would mark the end of our video chasing and documenting the Florida Railroad Museum's annual North Pole Express as it creates memories across families of all ages. The crew would have to run this train back one more time empty to pick up the people who took off on the 7 o'clock trip. That's where I would obtain the footage from the cab, to which I would use it over this trip. Very special thanks to said crew for making this night so memorable for myself as well as everyone else, and for making all of my trips to this establishment ones to remember. If you viewers have any future plans to ride trains out at the museum, whether it be a special event or just a weekend run, be sure to check their website at frrm.org for information on ticketing and other operations. Regardless, it was an awesome night out here along these familiar rails. The temperature was beautiful, as the spirits of these people were just as bright. Thanks for watching yet again, and this is Kotabeaner in Parrish, Florida, and I will see you out there somewhere next time on the Sunshine State Rails.